Hey, das sind Witches, das ist Quatsch, das ist nicht wahr. Hey, der Dorn, der Show.
Der weltweit Phänomenon. Oh, Taco zur Show.
Welcome to the show. That's our theme, by the way. Our theme really doesn't have notes or melody, but they made it happen. TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. That's what you're watching. I'm Kevin Pereira.
Yes!
Good to see you.
Everyone, I'm Olivia Munn. It's a very, very exciting day
Tuesday.
because we have a house band for Groundhog Day. Please welcome the Groundhog. Yes.
Groundhogs, ladies and gents. We're going to have more from the band along with a very, very special guest a little later on in the show.
It's a big show
day today.
Big show.
Day today. Come on, Groundhogs.
On the show today, we're going to introduce you guys to D. Onward. American Red Pop culture has a new home. It's South African. It's a future boost against around the nets.
For their pawns.
Plus, throw out all of your shoes right now because we're going to show you some Kill Bill sneakers from Nike and Sneakerheads. Let's flag us include it.
We're making my new ringtone.
Yes.
New ringtone. Then Chris Gord joins us for another DVD Tuesday today. He'll pass judgment on the new discs of Zombieland, Black Dynamite, and Bronson. And the lovely Aubrey Plaza from Parks and Recreation will be here live in studio to answer all of your burning questions about municipal government and zoning ordinances and whatever.
Right now, it's time to know the top 5 things in the web.
We're going around the net, everybody. Wouldn't be the first time I got down to polka. Thanks, Weird Al. Gets in your head. And at number 5, Australian Studio 7 has a reputation for being one of the world's most credible sources of local and international news. Very, very good at what they do.
And, well, as it turns out, it also happens to be one of the world's most credible sources for local and international boobies.
And now they're moving back towards a more standard neutral position, which would be somewhere between 4.5% and 5%. Certainly at this stage, we are estimating that by the end of this year, we'll be back towards 4.75%. So we still think there's a bit of upside on those cash rates late last year. And sometimes this takes up to 6 to 9 months before they actually see that effect.
All right, Martin, thanks.
I love that.
Wait, first of all...
Well, I got these e-worms over here, so it's a digital thing.
Way to go, camera guy, huh? Like the live shot, and he's like, no, this is the real story.
Something's going on back here.
But I have to say, watching that, we're laughing, we're all having fun, but it's disgusting, really, in my opinion.
What?
It's just... No, I'm just saying, look,
Come
it's
on.
funny, we're laughing, but think about it, you guys, seriously unprofessional. To be watching porn at work?
I disagree. I think those nudes were fair and balanced and creamy.
Whoa!
Very important. So we're going to get it on there. Gotta have the cream
I don't
factor.
think he had time to get to the creamy.
Huh? No. Well, he didn't.
Thanks,
It's
guys.
factually accurate. He didn't. We don't know much about, speaking of which, balls or rods. We don't know much about that here. But you can turn on the ESPN if you want to see somebody score a strikeout.
What?
Whatever. I'm just saying, we're not big sports people
What is
here.
your,
Sports
what
folks.
network are you watching?
The ESPN. The Dude Network. You wouldn't get it, all right? You're lacking the required equipment to.
What do you
check
think ESPN stands for?
It's like the He Loves the Sports and Play by Network or something? Sports Play. He Loves Sports Play Network.
Okay, well...
You love sports. We love sports play. I like sporting. I sport with the boys in the yard.
Well...
What? No? Was that too far? Was that too telling?
Thankfully, Kevin, you actually might like this because the Onion News Network, they make up wonderful sports stories.
Oh.
Kind of like what you're making up right now. And this one is actually about the return of one of the Green Bay Packers' biggest fans / drinkers for just one more season.
Wisconsin resident and Packers fan Chris Lukowski has announced that he will return to drinking for another football season. Following his wife's off-season threat to leave him if he didn't get help, many expected Lukowski to give up drinking for good.
The Packers are my life, and drinking is my life.
What's he got left to prove? Well, quite simply nothing, Tim. Tim. The guy's done it all. Lost jobs, destroyed property, all in the name of Packers football. And his lifetime stats are incomparable. A .43 career-high blood alcohol content and 6 women punched.
Man just flat out loves to drink. Who's the future of drinking?
I wouldn't look any further than the Lukowski household.
Wow.
Alex Lukowski has shown a tremendous potential for drinking.
Except for losing his tooth in somebody's milkshake and routinely peeing
He's
blood.
got the best coach there is.
Incredible.
If the Packers are still playing, this kid will be drinking.
I like the notion of stats for heavy drinking, like tracking the blood alcohol content.
Our families should compete.
Alcoholic trading cards for our families.
Oh my gosh.
That's an MVP All-Star set right there.
My family just sits in the garage and drinks like every night.
Pai Gow?
No, they just drink and they play music. It's sad.
Do they get around with banjos?
My little brother has a banjo.
Is he a bard?
I actually think my brother stopped drinking and smoking cigarettes.
Oh,
that's good.
Congrats.
He's
so
now
you've disowned him as your brother now. He's no longer a mun.
No, that's the only way that he can be my brother. He stops drinking. It's a Christian household.
Oh, congrats.
I'm just kidding. Doesn't make sense at all.
The drunk there really knows something that I think many drinkers forget, and that's the important lesson.
What's that?
Quitters never win. Think about it.
Quitters never win. Because they quit.
Right, so then they can't win the drinking
Got
games.
it.
I had to say it if we were going to move on. What do you want from me? Otherwise, we'd have been hanging out for like 5 minutes or so.
I can feel that time. So anyways, my mom. So the world is on edge. Society collapsing.
Yes, and as our number 3 video proves, we're all just one fender bender away from life in the Thunderdome! People need to learn to calm down and step back and just breathe. Take a deep breath and relax.
That's a terrible idea.
What are you talking about?
Have you ever tried to beat the crap out of someone with a deep breath? It is nearly impossible.
I think you're missing
People should just carry bats.
Okay, I think you're kind of missing the whole point of what I'm saying.
Really? Really? Who won the fight, Kevin? Huh? Who won the fight?
It's not about who won
the fight, Kevin?
The guy with the bat.
In your face.
It's not really. That's not.
In your face.
It's not a real viable
this
comeback.
Guy, huh?
Okay,
right.
in my face.
Okay.
It's in my face.
In your face.
Okay, that's where it is.
In your face.
Okay.
Groundhogs, everybody!
Yeah!
Keep playing! Keep playing! See there, look how ready they are. Wait, don't play anymore. Now we're done.
No, that's it.
Oh, wait, no, stop! Cool.
All right.
And number 2 today is a strange music video from the South African performance art ensemble, Die Antwoord, which is Dutch for the answer.
Sure. This oddly compelling video for their song Zeph's Side features all sorts of things that make the internet go all crazy. We got gangly, shirtless dudes and awkward haircuts and repetitive music.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
DJ Hot Deck, drop the beatbox, dog. Bring that next level. Yo, that's what I'm talking about. Check it out. I'm scoping, third eye throating, mind open, sweat streaming, flesh gleaming, best feeling, high energy speaking, deep meanings, freak when I say things like this chick in a G-string. Can I touch you, friend?
I don't know why. I love that group. And there's something about that video that makes me want to watch it over and over and over again. I've seen it like at least 100 times. It's incredible.
It wouldn't have anything to do with that slow-mo boxer shorts shot, would it? With the
I don't know. I don't know if you're remixing, but I don't know what that. I didn't see any boxer shorts in the. I mean, I saw the boxer shorts, but I didn't see the shot.
What?
That you...
Really?
Yes.
You missed that? You missed that?
Well, when you put it on the wall and point to it, yeah, then it seems like I should have caught something like that. But with a casual viewing, you might miss something like that. I love Pink Floyd. What can I say? So I wasn't really.
It's not the Pink Floyd.
It's still ahead. We're going to take a look at Apple's iPad Keynote, everybody.
And things get awesome beautiful in just a minute.
Today's number one item is a recut of Apple's recent introduction of the iPad.
And as we all know by now, Steve Jobs and company are masters at presentations, even if they could stand to improve their vocabulary just a bit.
We want to kick off 2010 by introducing a truly magical, wonderful, pretty amazing, better, bigger, far better, amazing, great, amazing, bigger, incredible, larger, best, great, far better, awesome, the best magical and revolutionary product today. And we call it the iPad.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. This is really exciting, amazing, beautiful, amazing, beautiful, amazing, beautiful, amazingly remarkable, beautiful, gorgeous, great, great, easy, beautiful, easy, great, beautiful, great, beautiful, really amazing, beautiful, beautiful, amazing, beautiful, beautiful, incredible. Thank you.
Beautiful. Amazing.
Hey, Steve, what's up? No native thesaurus app on that iPad, huh?
No, relax. No, it's there. It has it. It's just, he couldn't multitask with Keynote running.
Oh!
Boom! Yeah! Oh, no, that wasn't cool. That was hella cool.
Hella cool.
What? Now,
there's a black guy on our show for a second.
Hey, we did it! We did it!
I saw him.
It's over there somewhere. As we mentioned earlier, today is, it's Groundhog Day, everybody.
It is!
Yeah.
Big day. I love this day.
The modern version of what was most likely a horrible pagan ritual marking the start of some planting season or whatever the hell.
Now, usually we just ignore stuff like this, but today we've got something very special for you. So exciting. It is the world's best weather predicting groundhog, and he's actually going to join us live in studio.
That's right. Right over there. Now, we know what you're thinking. Oh, they got Punxsutawney Phil to fly in from Pennsylvania. No. We said we'd get you the best.
The best.
And that's exactly what we did, because we're Attack of the Show, and we heart you.
You're excited, aren't you? I know. Now, here's a little more information on our majestic weather rodent.
Everyone knows the story of Punxsutawney Phil, the beloved groundhog of western Pennsylvania. But there's a new, more accurate weather-predicting groundhog in town, and he's poised to take the world by storm. Meet Chickapee Charlie. Chickapee Charlie was once just an ordinary groundhog, romping with his twin sister in the fields of Massachusetts, until she was killed by trappers and turned into a fur coat. Devastated and alone, prospects looked dim for Charlie, until he was adopted by a group of graduate students at UMass Amherst. There he discovered his true calling when he attended his first meteorology class. Charlie learned meteorology so quickly that he was teaching classes in just under a year.
Charlie was a phenomenal student. I've never seen someone grasp the basics of meteorology so quickly or so completely. He's an absolute master.
Charlie worked for the Navy for several years after graduation. In fact, he perfected a new radar system that we're currently installing throughout the entire fleet. I would say he's responsible for saving millions of lives. He's a good groundhog, that Charlie.
A tireless and selfless individual, Chickapee Charlie is a shining beacon in the world of weather-predicting animals. Chickapee Charlie. Visionary.
Chickapee Charlie, right here.
He is here with us today.
Chickadee Charlie's first time doing live television, mind you. First time doing live TV.
Charlie is out here with us. I'm so excited.
And we're going to have a few more personal tales and stories about Chickadee Charlie throughout the show. Because really, people need to learn the incredible life that he's led.
Such an incredible life and such a special guy.
Really amazing.
And you guys, you have to remember what we're telling you. He is going to be live on set with us later to show us whether, there he is. He's in there. He's in there. Oh, he's the best, you guys. And he's going to tell us whether or not we're going to have to deal with Old Man Winter for another 6 weeks, huh?
Now, facts.
So exciting.
Let's move it on for a second here. Feet are, I think, one of the least cool parts of the body. You know, they're up there with, like, the appendix, nose hair.
It's true. Well, unless you start covering them up with the right kinds of rubber and canvas.
Oh.
Yes, and that's what Sneakerheads is here for, huh?
Has your inner sneakerhead been nagging your ass to get some new kicks? Well, we've got just what you need to quiet those annoying voices. 9 years ago, Nike released the Year of the Horse Air Force One to commemorate the Chinese zodiac. Since then, they've released annual limited edition sneakers celebrating the age-old Chinese mascots. And 2010 is no different. Introducing the Year of the Tiger Classic Cortez. These running shoes are an ode to the white tiger, which represents power in Chinese culture. They sport snow-white nylon and light gold tiger stripes on the sides, while the heel, toe, and Nike swoosh are textured with white horsehair. To top it off, the Chinese symbol for tiger is encased in the trigram for peace and proudly displayed on the tongue. The Year of the Tiger Classic Cortez drops on February 10th, but they also have 200 limited edition 5-finger death grip sneaker boxes that will be released on the 13th. You'll probably need to practice your own death grip to fight for one. If you prefer to get around on 4 polyurethane wheels over a brisk run, then check out the new Alva Legends collection. Vans recently teamed up with skateboarding legend Tony Alva for a fresh new overhaul to the Vans Classic Era Pro and Alva's original signature shoe, the Mid-School 77 Pro. These environmentally conscious shoes are made from eco-friendly materials. They used recycled rubber for the soles, plus the lining and laces are made of recycled plastic. The Mid-School 77s are going for $70, and the Era Pros are $60. Both just dropped this week at Vans.com. We have this notion that Nike is secretly creating their own deadly Viper assassination squad. Or they might be making new sneakers that pay homage to a revenge-driven bride. Kobe Bryant and Kill Bill's Beatrix Kiddo both share the nickname Black Mamba, which is why Nike decided to combine the two and just recently released the Kill Bill sneaker pack. Made up of the Big Nike High and Auto Flight High, both sneakers have color themes inspired by the Tarantino films. The black and yellow Big Nike Highs have red blood splatter from a fresh kill, and the Auto Flights are mainly red and black with yellow accents. Hidden inside, the insoles have a depth list similar to the movies, but this one is catered to Kobe's rivals, with 2 members of the Celtics crossed off at the top. They're going for $80 to $90 each, and you can order these killer kicks at extrabutterny.com. So what are you waiting for? Sharpen your katana, grab your skateboard, and slay a tiger with these sweet new sneakerhead releases.
Remember only one thing. Aging hippies and martial arts masters are allowed to walk around town barefoot, okay? Barefoot.
But also important to remember, only the martial artists can actually do it without getting made fun of. A little pro tip for you guys.
Yeah, it's true. They made fun of you when you did it.
Sure did. I wore socks with it, though.
You wore socks.
Socks and sandals. So comfy. So easy.
Socks and Birkenstocks?
I used to always rock socks and sandals. I used to always also not get laid.
He also used to call it aggressive inlining.
Yeah!
Still ahead, Gentleman Explorer.
That's what you look like from the waist up when you're aggressive inlining.
Returns with a new harvest of video discs for DVDs, including Zombieland and Black Dynamite.
And later, the viewer army heads to Pasadena, California to watch an amateur MMA match. So find out if any amateur bones get amateurly broken.
Then Aubrey Plaza from Parks and Recreation, she's going to join us live in studio. Kevin, don't hit on her.
My heart hurts. I'm going to get married.
Kevin says, eat me.
Chickadee Charlie is not only a highly accurate weather predicting groundhog, but he's also a treasured member of the community.
You know, for someone whose entire life's work is based on helping people, you'd think just doing the weather would be enough. but not for Chicopee Charlie.
Charlie does charge for his consulting work, but he donates all of his profits to charity. Charlie built the new wing of our hospital, full of state-of-the-art cancer treatments.
I've been able to save hundreds of lives since Chicopee Charlie built that wing for us. Some weather rodents, they're content to come out once a year, make a prediction about the weather, then run back into their hidey holes. Not Charlie. He stays long after the cameras have left.
Chicopee Charlie. Saint.
Oh, that Chicopee Charlie. He's a hero. He's a hero. I can't wait to meet him in person.
Oh, I'm so excited. I got to cuddle him earlier.
Oh, you did?
Little Chicopee Charlie nestled up next to me.
Oh, I haven't seen him.
He was so sweet. I mean, just like the sweetest little groundhog you've ever seen in your life.
I cannot wait. I cannot
You're gonna
wait.
be so excited. I love this little guy. But first, here's our very own news hero.
That's right.
Blair Herter.
Blair Herter!
Oh, you guys gonna add motion blur?
Tiger
I
uppercut.
look stupid now. Start
maybe-
the feed. I don't. God, what is that? All right, it is Tuesday, February 2nd. Here are your top stories. The 2010 Academy Award nominations are in, and for the first time since 1943, man, that was a great year for film. The Oscars feature 10 Best Picture nominees instead of just 5. Nominees include the sci-fi epic Avatar, District 9, and Disney Pixar's Up, which is only the second animated feature to earn a Best Picture nomination after Disney's classic Beauty and the Beast. Though science fiction seems to have fared better than in recent years, J.J. Abrams' Star Trek, considered a contender by many, missed out, scoring only technical noms, including visual effects and makeup. The 82nd Oscars will be presented March 7th. Now, if a premiere leaks onto the web and nobody watches, did it ever leak at all? All right. The last season of Lost returns to TV tonight, but it's already been pirated onto the net thanks to a beach viewing party held for fans last weekend in Hawaii. Many diehards even flew to the South Pacific for the event, but it turns out that people surfing the web are avoiding the shakily shot handheld footage like the plague, preferring to wait and watch it tonight in glorious HD at their houses. Well done, guys. I appreciate that. And finally, fear will keep them in line. DARPA has finally approved the contract for Boston Dynamics LS-3, which stands for Legged Squad Support System for the U.S. Marines. The final version of the quadruped robot, nicknamed Big Dog, we must have named this in Louisiana, will be able to travel autonomously for 20 miles without having to refuel and carry 400 pounds of equipment for the soldiers in its squad. Now, according to Boston Dynamics, the new Big Dog will reduce warfighter injuries and fatigue, increase soldier combat effectiveness, and probably deafen everyone in a 10-foot radius. It's freaking loud, people. It is so loud. It's loud, believe me. It's loud. I'm Blair Herter. You have just been fed, and now... Olivia.
Hey.
What up?
DVDs are always rushing to store shelves, but before you spend money on one, you should wait until they go through the DVD Doomsday ringer. Chris Gore, everybody! Film expert extraordinaire.
Cool.
So let's get to it. What's our first DVD?
First one is Zombieland, one of my favorite movies.
Okay, I have not seen Zombieland yet. I'm very excited because I'm going to be taking this home. But everyone loved this. Everyone loved this movie. Now, good zombie films, they're always great for repeated viewing. And I have to say that I have to believe that Zombieland has got to hold up because everyone loved it.
Well, I saw it 3 times in the theater. I don't know what that tells you.
People loved it.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a comedy, I'd say, than a horror. I mean, there's a few jumps and scares in it, but the comedy is played off so well. Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson are just hysterical.
Yeah, what extras are we getting on it? Hopefully a lot because it was such a fun movie.
There are a lot of extras. There's a great commentary track with the actors, Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson, the writers, and the director, Ruben Fleischer. And then there's also another sort of picture-in-picture commentary where you look at the behind-the-scenes. There's deleted scenes. There's everything a DVD fanatic like myself would love. A potpourri of every extra possible.
Okay,
it's
so
awesome.
I'm
bloody potpourri, I would say.
Well, what's the bottom line? It's got to be buy, right?
Bottom line, buy this. Buy this. Zombieland. So much fun. Repeated viewings.
Excited. I'm so
Can't
excited.
get enough.
Okay, so what's our next DVD?
Black Dynamite.
Okay. Now, We saw the trailer for this film before on Around the Net. Do you think the concept can carry a whole movie? Well, first of all, tell people what the concept is.
Basically, this is an ode to the old blaxploitation films from the 70s, and it's
a spoof.
Yeah, well, I would say spoof, but also it's a tribute to those old films. It gets everything right, down to the filmmaking style, the acting style, down to like they leave the boom in shots, down to some of the details where the guys are speaking the direction and not the dialogue. It's hilarious. And Michael Jai White, exactly. Michael Jai White is so funny in this, and the director, I'll say this: this guy, Scott Saunders, the director, is one badass mother filmmaker. That's all I'm saying.
Filmmaker.
Yes, he
I
is.
like what you did there.
Badass mother filmmaker.
Film expert guy had a film joke. Okay, so what about the special features?
There's a lot of special features on it. You know, there's a great commentary with Michael Jai and the director, and just they're really passionate about this project. I think that's what works about it. And of course, all kinds of behind the scenes and fun stuff with the whole cast.
So what's the bottom line?
Bottom line, buy this thing.
Nice.
Just because it's just so fun.
I'm excited. We got 2 buys already. 2 buys. Good for the weekend.
It's very rare.
Okay, do you have any other DVDs for us?
Yes, Bronson.
Okay, now here's another film that had an amazing trailer, but not many people saw it. What's it about?
Well, it's about this kid, this teenager who pulls off a botched robbery that gets thrown in jail for basically 30 years.
Who's the actor?
Tom Hardy is the actor who plays the lead.
What do we know him from?
Well, he's actually had bit parts of a lot of things. He was in one of the Hellraiser movies, but he's actually in the new Mad Max film. But so he's one of those guys that he sort of consumes himself into a role.
The story's about?
The story's about this kid who goes to jail, basically spends most of his time in solitary confinement and creates this imaginary world. But what's amazing about this is the poetic violence. It's like the guys from MMA got together and did crafting and scrapbooking.
And decoupage?
And decoupage. But it's done. I'm serious. You laugh now when I say it this way.
Well,
but that's exactly how I would describe the violence.
Wait, so what about the extras? Do we get to see them scrapbook or braid hair?
No, not exactly. But there are a lot of great behind-the-scenes interviews with the cast and the filmmakers. Not a commentary. It's lacking a commentary, which I was a little disappointed. I'm addicted to commentary. I have a DVD player in my car and wireless speakers in my bathroom, so I can listen to commentary. That's how obsessed I am.
Kevin
I know
was really disgusted
you don't want
by
to.
that.
Yeah, I don't want to tell you why, but it's a time saver. I like to multitask.
How long?
Make of that what you will.
You poop for the length of a movie?
Portions of a film.
Oh, someone's writing down time code right now on that line.
I got an avatar on deck. Let's get to
So, Kevin just said you have an avatar on deck.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the bottom line?
Bottom line, rent it, Bronson. Amazing film. Not to be missed.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks
for telling us about your poop.
Sure.
For more on Chris Gore and anytime he poops and watches movies, go to Twitter and you follow him at @ChrisGore.
It's fine, Chris. Everybody poops.
I don't. I don't. I'm made of rainbows and Skittles.
Glitter is still coming out, though. It happens.
It's true. I'm made of glitter.
Hey, being a member of the viewer army carries certain responsibilities, like watching your friend potentially get the crap knocked out of him in an amateur MMA match. That's responsibility. Remember, safety is your second priority. Footage is your first.
Hey, Attack of the Show, this is Derek DeGrazio here at the Fight Academy in Pasadena, California to watch my boy Derek Johnson in his first ever mixed martial arts fight. Alright, we're here pre-fight interview with Derek Johnson. Derek's fighting lightweight tonight against Kyle the Gladiator Saric. How do you feel?
Feel pretty good. Pretty relaxed, actually. Been training for the last month, dieting pretty hardcore.
Your strategy, your game plan, tell us a little bit about that.
I'm probably going to stand and strike with him for a little bit, but I think he's a little stronger than me, so if I get clipped, I'm going to try to take him down.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How does it feel?
Feels better than losing, I'll tell you that. He threw that leg kick, I felt that, didn't like that, and then kind of closed my eyes, and he got me really good across the cheek here, and I was like, all right, that's enough of that. Worked in half guard, then worked to mount, and then he just did the old punching thing on his head.
So that does it from the Fight Academy in Pasadena, California. Our boy Derek Johnson, winner by TKO. Thank you guys Attack the Show for letting me be a part of your viewer army. It was awesome. This was a cool event. Derek DeGrazio, peace out.
Way to go, Derek!
The guy that just won the end, that was Derek Johnson, one of our really close friends. And
Both Derek's in that little piece, our friend of ours.
Yeah.
We love Derek's.
But that was Derek's first fight, and TKO.
Yeah.
What?
Well done, buddy.
So proud of you. That was awesome. He didn't stop. Stop.
You don't stop. So there's a glove in
he's
your face.
Asian.
What? So, there you
He's
go.
more awesome.
If you guys want to enlist in our viewer army and cover an event for us, go to g4tv.com/AOTS viewer army for more details. Again, congrats, Derek's. Both of you. Good job.
Congrats. Now, tonight, G4 brings you an all-new episode of Heroes at 11 p.m.
What happens tonight, Olivia?
Well, people with superpowers, they fight to the death.
Oh, until they come back from the dead next week, right?
That's what they do.
All right. Check out g4tv.com/heroes for more info.
Stay tuned. Parks and Recreation's Aubrey Plaza.
From Hollywood to Bollywood. Geek Goddess. Hamle ke show.
All right, my next guest plays an intern turned secretary, if you will, in the fictional town of Pawnee, Indiana.
Hey, bro, want to go get our grub on? Tuts, bro. Wings and brews.
Why are you guys talking like that?
Just chillaxing like your new bro, Andy. Yeah. Want to play some hacky sack later? Maybe listen to Blues Traveler?
Okay, I'm leaving.
We're just kidding. Let's go to dinner.
I'm not hungry, and you guys aren't being funny.
Why are you being weird? We make fun of people like that. That's what we do.
You know, for a gay couple, you guys are being really gay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aubrey Plaza is here. How are you?
Hi.
Are you okay with that clip?
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's your gay, that was your gay boyfriend and his boyfriend.
Yeah.
How does that work
right.
exactly?
He's gay for me, and I'm straight for him, and Ben's gay for Derek, and Derek's
But
gay.
isn't he also, he's also gay for Derek, though, no?
Yeah, they're gay for each other.
Okay.
I think I said that.
I don't know if there's a Facebook status for that, or I guess you just go, it's complicated, or...
Yeah, or just like everyone's gay.
They should add that in the drop-downs. Yeah, they'll get that. They'll get that. Congrats, by the way. Third season picked up.
Thanks.
That was huge.
Thank you.
Were there any celebrations for that? Any
Yeah,
craziness?
well, we found out on Friday. I just found out at their
How did you find out? Is it a
table
phone
read.
call, a text?
No, like Greg Daniels, the producer of the show, just announced it, and yeah, and Nick Offerman, who plays Ron Swanson with a mustache, he got up on the table and ripped his shirt off and screamed like a gorilla.
This was after the announcement?
Yeah,
Okay.
immediately after.
Good, so
Like,
enough enthusiasm for the whole room.
yeah, like buttons flying everywhere. I almost ripped my shirt off, but then I realized it was already off.
Oh. Is that a comment at a table read for you to just...
Yeah, I go to all
Do you
the-
rest them on the script, or...
I just naked and every table read.
Guys, can we get some scripts out here, please, and just run a scene? We'll just run any scene. Do we
Yeah,
need scripts for this?
sure.
Or?
Yeah.
No, you sort of nail the part of the jaded young employee, which I love. And where do you watch a lot of like Snick at night, or the Nicktoons, or the like?
Snick at night.
What are you catching to get the jaded teen angst?
Oh, I don't know. I get a lot of inspiration from my sister, Natalie, who's 18. I study her a lot. And I don't know. I've interned a lot. I've had a lot of intern jobs, so I kind of know.
Best.
that
What's the best
feeling.
and/or worst you've had?
Oh, I've never had a best. I don't think. So many bad internships. I've gotten fired and I've quit so many jobs.
Did you deserve to
More
be
than I
fired
can
at any of these?
talk
Like what happened? Give me one.
Oh, I always deserve to be fired. Yeah, always. Yeah, always. you know, I don't know, like I would go on the internet and do nothing. One internship I used to go outside and run around the block.
What were you supposed to be doing at this internship, though? Was it for LA Fitness, or?
No,
Was it for
it's for like a mutual fund company.
Of course, yeah, of course. That makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. I know you're in the upcoming film Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah.
I've seen half a screenshot of a single frame of film from that, and I think that's all that's out there. But what can you tell us about it?
Yeah, not much. I mean, I haven't seen any of it, but I think it's.
But you were in it.
Yeah,
You think you were in it, or you were definitely in it?
I remember kind of being in it and shooting it.
Didn't get fired.
Yeah, I didn't get fired.
Kept the clothes on.
No, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna like blow everyone's mind. It's really, really insane looking and really funny. I've talked to people that have seen it that have said it's like nothing you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's gonna be pretty crazy.
Can we see it? And any tips on what's coming up in the next season?
For Parks and Rec?
Yeah.
Just more gayness. Yeah, it's going to be really gay.
One hell of a time. The gayness continues.
Yeah.
Aubrey, thank you so much for coming on the show. We appreciate it. Parks and Recreation gets a little more majestic on Thursday nights over on ABC. But now let's go over to Olivia Munn.
Over on NBC. Now, if you guys want to make sure your living room is ready for the big game, pay attention and attack this. If you guys find yourself in Miami with me this weekend, but end up getting kicked out of the big game for being too rowdy, there's no need to worry. You can still catch all the action from the parking lot with the handheld Higher 7-inch LCD TV. It uses a detachable tuner to receive channels, and you can choose between either a 16:9 or a 4:3 playback ratio. 2 small speakers come built in, but if you don't want to share with people around you, jack in headphones and enjoy the game all to yourself. Save $60 by going to Amazon and get this little guy for only $70. Now, if you plan on hosting a party at your place this Sunday, but, you know, people aren't going to be really impressed with the 2 little speakers built into your TV, you're going to want to upgrade your audio, and the JVC 5.0 home theater system is exactly what you need. Look at that. It has a box with it, too. The system boasts wireless surround sound speakers, a 225-watt subwoofer, and an iPod jack for music at the post-game after party, because that's what I call mine. The single-disc DVD player converts your old movie collection to 1080p, so you'll get plenty of use out of it once the big game has come and gone. Save $170 by ordering this system at newegg.com for just $330. And finally, this is actually a great deal. If you are going to need something to watch the game on, if you don't have a TV, because you need a TV to watch things on, duh. So how's a 58-inch plasma sound? Whoa. I know. This week only, Best Buy is offering the Samsung 58-inch 600 hertz plasma for only $1,600, which for those counting at home is a $700 discount. It's also bundled with a free Samsung BDP 1600 Blu-ray player that's Netflix and Pandora ready. And if that's not enough for you, you're greedy. But that's okay. We got more for you. They're offering free shipping, delivery. I'm not done. What? Installation. What? There aren't many nice ways to say this, but get your ass to the store or head to the website now. It was awesome, wasn't it? It's a steal. Head on over to g4tv.com/AOTS for info on all these deals and more. They kind of freaked me out a little bit. Still ahead, we'll have a weather prediction from... Go ahead, keep playing, guys. We're going to have a weather prediction from the one and only Chickapee Charlie. But first, let's hear a little more about this amazing groundhog.
Courageous. Chickapee Charlie never shies away from a chance to help others.
I'll never forget that day. I was driving home from work in a downpour when I lost control of my car. I ran off the road and crashed into a ditch. There was blood everywhere. My car flipped upside down. I thought I was a goner. All of a sudden, Chickapee Charlie just appeared. I guess he was out getting groceries. He dove into my car and pulled me to safety. Just as he got me away, the car exploded. I was still unconscious, but Charlie delivered my beautiful baby girl. Thanks, Charlie. And little Charlie thanks you too.
Chickapee Charlie. Hero.
Coming up tomorrow on an all-new AOTS, Amir Sadallah and Blair Butler walk us through UFC 109 and the Randy Couture-Mark Coleman showdown. Find out who's going down in MMA Chokehold. Then Morgan Webb joins us to talk about the new PS3 MMO shooter MAG in Game Break. Plus, Rides, Whips, and Hoons will take you for a ride in the 2011 Lexus LFA. They're only making 500 of them, and yes, you want it, and no, you can't afford it. See it tomorrow.
Away from meeting the Groundhog Chicken Pizza!
And we are joined by the Groundhogs and the mayor of meteorology, who will actually deliver a proclamation after Charlie's forecast.
I can't wait to hear the prediction. I just want to know if I can pack up my winter shorts and get out my summer shorts. They're a little shorter, a little more neon.
Full time, fun time.
Oh, your house or mine?
I'm so excited.
Put on some bullfrog. Okay.
I'm ready.
You guys ready? You guys ready?
You guys ready?
All right. Come on out.
Hey, Kevin. Hey, Charlie, sleepyhead. Why is Charlie sleeping? Charlie, wake up.
Hey.
Hey, wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Char.
Wake up.
Did you poke air holes in his crate?
You were supposed to poke the air holes.
No, what? No. I was supposed to feed him.
No, I got the food. You poked the air holes.
Okay, everybody, it's time for today's epic fail.
Well, is the epic fail about someone who suffocated the world's most accurate weather predicting groundhog?
No, it's not about that, Olivia.
You did it.
Well,
I'm pretty sure it is.
No,
you.
we're fine. Hey, thanks to